Hello, my name is Number One. So, I had a therapist, Philip, years ago, and he used to try and support me in breaking out of what he called the family dance. The family dance is a psychological dance. It's one person goes this, and then the other does this, and the other does this. And slowly, it's like this. One person does one thing. She says this. I say this. They say this. They say this. And it was easier for him to talk about it as an outside from the situation, but when I'm talking about it, it's still there and it's still painful. It's painful. It's painful to know that people dance in the family dance. The family dance is a dance where it's based on people's wants. One person wants this, so they do this. And the other person consciously or unconsciously wants this, so they do this. Then the other person doesn't want this, so they do this. And each person just does their little dance. And I don't want to be in a family dance. I don't want to be in a family dance with anyone. Not with my parents. Not with my older sister. Not with anyone. That's why I often fantasize about just being a monk and leaving it all behind. Because then I can finally step out of the dance. Because monks don't want anything from each other. They've given up wanting anything. So they can't. I don't know if there can be the dance anymore with monks. It's kimchi in my teeth. Yeah, that's what I would do if I could. If I was to start again. If I could go back in time. I'd become a monk at 18. If I could. But I can't go back in time. Or would I become a monk? Would I not like to integrate relationships into a spiritual practice? Or rather integrate spiritual practice into my relationships? I'm just scared, I guess. It's hard when you can barely trust anyone. Trust is such a valuable thing. I can't trust my mother. I can't trust my father simply because he's her little poodle who does whatever she wants. I can't trust my grandmother because she's scared of my mum. I can't trust my oldest sister because she uses my mum to her, our mum to hers. She has her own agenda. The narcissist's golden child. There's only two people I can really trust. My wife and my other sister, middle sister. My kids, I can trust my kids. Children don't have an agenda. I think it's time to put this phone away. I want this eye to fucking heal up. going on with it? Negative self-image is the hard part. Just feeling bad about myself. Then again, it's literally all in my head. It's literally happening all in my head, which is somewhat liberating when I think about it. Whatever's happening is just happening in my head. It feels like it's happening all around me. But it's literally happening just in my head. Which feels like a healing realization. That actually feels like a breakthrough. I can feel that. I can feel that in my body. Excuse me. Excuse me. Piccolo Nosna. Whoa. Yeah. Excuse me. Bit of the old nose pick. Bit of the old Piccolo Nosna. Yeah, it's literally happening just in my head. weekly cycles. The weekly cycles of different emotions. That's the thing. That's what I'm starting to realise. That this happens like once a week. Once a week. I tend to have one day a week where I feel like crap. And it always seems to be around Wednesday, Thursday. I think it's because when I was at school, I always had this class that I wanted to avoid on a Thursday. And then when I didn't go to school that day, I would have phone calls from certain people who would say, "Oh, why aren't you at school? Mark, why didn't you come to school?" And it wasn't out of concern. It was just gloating. And it was constant. They did it every single week. Every single fucking week they did that when I wasn't there on a Thursday. And what was the real root of it? They were just pissed off because they didn't want to be at school. But that was a thick as shit attitude to have. Because actually they were lucky that they actually had some sort of support, that they could actually attend school and function. But rather than appreciate that, they just take it out on me, that I'm not there, and try to bully me for not attending. Under the disguise of caring whether I'm there or not. It was obvious they didn't give a shit whether I wasn't there. It wasn't, the question was never, why aren't you at school? The question was, what they were really saying was, I'm pissed off that I have to go to school, so if you don't have to go, I'm going to phone you up and humiliate you in front of all these people to see why you weren't at school. Throwback Thursday.